to our Titanic series with Royal Caribbean's beautiful Independence of the Seas. Seems to be mastering the seas a little better in the last hour. Things are calmer. I don't think anybody's going to be thrown out of their seat. We're happy to see you. My wife Donna and I are from the United States. We live in Maryland on the Potomac River. And oddly enough, we look every day at the island of St. Clement's Island in the middle of the Potomac, and that's right where the original settlers from England came over and they left the Isle of Wight, which we pass on our way out of Southampton. So it's really kind of ironic to have that connection to history. This other connection to history is today. Today is the day that the Titanic set sail from Southampton. And we all know what happened. What we're trying to do in this series, this enrichment series, is to tell you more behind the story of the people and of the ship. This is my latest book, which unfortunately just came out. It's too soon to have gotten into the ship's store to be able to buy it. It is available on Amazon in both Kindle and paperback. And one of the things that led me to write this book was I kind of discovered that the news stories of the time, when I was trying to analyze the accuracy and the inaccuracy of the news stories, that they really did a wonderful job of telling the story of the Titanic. Many of them had wonderful coverage of the official hearings in New York and in Britain after the event, and interviews with the survivors. So I try to bring to life those stories and some of the other news coverage up to the present day, and tell you what I think about them as well. These are some of the other books I've written. Here's my email address if anyone has any questions about any of the material that we've presented to you. If I can help you answer any questions for you, send me an email, and I'll be glad to direct you to great resources if I don't know the answer to your question. And I'd like to acknowledge and credit the help of these wonderful institutions, and also of Mr. Bruce M. Kaplan, the author of The Sinking of the Titanic. He took the original Logan Marshall book, and in 1995, he had researched it and worked on it for quite a few years, and he went in and fixed the inaccuracies that Mr. Marshall just didn't know any better in 1912, things he couldn't have known, and did a lot of research and added a lot of material to it, and he came out with his book in 1996. I think it was just a year before James Cameron's movie Titanic, and he's really done a great job with that book over the years. But he's been a lot of help to me. This is a picture of the Titanic as it left Southampton. It appeared in the Daily Graphic on April 20th of 1912. A lot of folks believe that this was the fantastic voyage of the century, when actually, while it got a lot of acclaim, all the real attention went to the Olympic that came out a year before the Titanic. This was the second in the series, and usually that doesn't generate as much press coverage, but it was still a magnificent ship. Again, this coverage from another London newspaper, The Sphere. This was on April 20th, 1912, their front page, an artist's concept of the ship amid the icebergs. This was a great graphic that they put up that showed the results of the fatalities versus survivors of the ship. And, you know, it's incredible when you see the number of lives lost in a graph form like this. It just kind of renews the tragedy